Are, are we sitting Okay. Hello.
All right, here we are once again to talk about iZombie, America's favorite show. Not really.
Is it?
No.
We should look that up.
So what are we on? Season 2, episode 10?
Episode Diaz.
Diaz. Cameron Diaz.
Cameron Diaz.
So I'm going to start off right in the beginning and say this episode didn't do it for me.
I liked this episode, I think.
I don't know. So tell me, what'd you like about this episode?
Nah, you can't put me on the spot like that. I don't
All right,
think
tell me
anything
how
was
the
very
episode
good.
started.
All right. I think I like this episode because a lot happened. They crammed in some extra shit. It's actually super funny because we'll dispense with the whole linearityness of it. Like, I actually thought it was hilarious how we fucking and during the last episode we said, oh shit, like they broke up, and like even like Clive and Liv broke up. How are they going to resolve that? Are there going to be like several episodes of like not following the formula? And like literally in the first like 10 minutes of like, or like small chunk of this episode, they just had her helping by not helping, and then they had Clive be like, okay, come on.
Oh, you know a lot about this show, so we'll, all right.
And that was hilarious too, where like her fake psychic powers couldn't have worked in this case because she's not eating this person's like brain yet or whatever, but she happens to be an expert on like the show that's being filmed or like whatever. I think the high point for me was the way that they cut to the zombie high like scene, and I totally knew that it was coming and it didn't like surprise me, but I enjoyed it when like Blaine was like, well, I guess we're just gonna have to see if all hell breaks loose, and then it cuts to like actual like smoke and like zombies and all that shit, and like and I was waiting for someone to yell cut, and I think the part that I didn't expect was for that to actually be like the case or whatever the fuck. But then someone does yell cut, and I love when that happens in a fucking thing.
This like something about this episode, and I think it's because like if I can jump right to the end part of this,
feel free.
Just like the unsatisfying like. Just like, well, let's make you confess. Like
the case was horrible, yeah.
That's and like more and more. That's the problem with this show is the case is taking a backseat to like plot, but the plot developments I didn't think were that substantial.
They don't seem very concerned with the cases or having the cases like play into the whole like thing. And honestly, the whole show is supposed to be about giving this young actress an opportunity to do a bunch of like goofy shit or whatever. And it's really like not a major focal point of like the show.
No.
Like, the visions are fine or, like, whatever, but that's just as if she were psychic. And then the personality traits are often just, like, you know, I don't know.
A lot of it just seems...
Here she was, method acting.
Just going through the motions, like...
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, all right, and then that'll happen. Okay, that did. Okay, here we are.
Yeah, like, there's no deep... Well, I guess, I don't know, fuck. They are doing the stuff, it's just when I think about it, I'm like, that doesn't count. What are you doing?
I think my issue is just that the show can't really lock down a genre, and it's not doing any of the genre play very well.
Enough or something. Yeah.
Like, this could be a lot better of a show if you made it like it's just a comedy, or if you made it like just an action movie, or like, you know, just a sci-fi horror type thing. I'd be like, yes, you could hit any genre because you have this great option where you can actually pick, and they could even pick per episode and make like, well, this episode that was just really funny. This was based on the brain. It's like, okay, you have like, you know, the military guy or a paranoid person. It could be a total horror episode, and she could be scared of everything. And like, you could have made the superhero one like a real action one, and like the actor thing could have been a funny one. Like, but like,
I know, maybe that can be sad. Because there's so much
opportunity. A lot of potential,
there.
It's like squandered.
I really do think the cinematography has a lot to do with it. I've been thinking about that more and more as we watch other shows in between this for business or pleasure. And like, yeah, like, because if she was super paranoid, which she's been in various ways, either agoraphobic or like just nerdy or something, but there's never any shots of like, I don't know, everything's like a medium distance, like you're watching into like a fucking, and I guess that's, and I want to say that's just television, but like there's so much TV now that breaks that mold or whatever.
No, this is older television, like shot in front of a studio audience type television almost, like one notch above that.
Like you're never zooming down a hallway, you're never like looking up out of a thing, like you're never doing any of those cool.
No.
I noted it because it's so like rare for that to happen. But there was a shot where they're gonna take blood from like Major, but then they cut to like Blaine talking, and that's Blaine's arm that they cut in on. on or something like that. And that's why I've noted those like montages of like making food, because those are like the rare moments where like the show is giving me something, you know, more than just like a play, like the flat like things or whatever. Oh man, I'm just gonna kill myself. I'm so sad.
So the general plot of this is during the filming of the show, Liv watches that zombie high. You have someone acting and shooting a person. Their guns were swapped, and the person actually dies.
A little Brandon Lee action,
yeah,
in a way.
Yeah, almost.
Except
he was good,
and these people weren't cursed.
Well,
this was
that we know of.
Thing.
That
That's
we know
true.
of.
Maybe it's the curse.
They were on iZombie,
the
so
curse of the prop master.
Yeah.
Okay, so to be fair, having a show within the show, and like there's several opportunities. Someone says like, "Why are they filming Seattle?" And they go tax breaks or something like that, and you're like, "That's funny, I guess."
They poke fun at themselves. Yeah. Oh, like they should make a movie where the zombie is the lead. Nope, that's stupid.
Yeah.
And they're kind of right.
Well, it's kind of funny because Clive's like, "That's dumb," and it's kind of like, and I almost want them to lean into that more and be like, how would that work? Well, zombies are like this. We'll just don't make them like that. Well, then they're hardly zombies, are they? Shut up. Or something like that.
Yeah. The kid, like one of the zombie crew members looked at her and said, did they teach you how to zombie walk yet? Like you're obviously a zombie.
Right. Like he obviously recognizes her as a zombie. Yeah. No, I know. Fuck. I don't know. Do you want to walk through things?
For like an episode that like a lot of things happened, I felt like not much happened.
Well, okay.
So, like, and they really breezed over. So that guy they had on their side, who was going to be the inn, like, his one-eyed friend kills him or something, like in this episode, or at least finds his head somewhere.
Was that guy?
That was that guy.
No, that wasn't the guy that shot him in the face.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Oh. I don't think so, but we'll see, I guess. I don't know.
I was watching it wearing glasses.
Okay, I don't know. That didn't look like that guy. And also, that wasn't the guy that shot him in the face, right? That was a much shorter guy.
No, that's the one shot in the face. That was the one they brought back to life. They scratched him when he got shot, and they turned him into a zombie. That was that guy.
Well, the henchman cut off that guy said?
They didn't explain any of it. They just had him with his head.
Blaine says, "Oh, the guy that shot you in the face. Awesome."
That wasn't that guy.
What?
That wasn't his head.
I don't know whose head it was.
It was the male model guy. Yeah, it looked
I don't
just like
think it was him.
I'm telling you, it was that guy.
I would not be surprised.
I might actually go back and zoom in.
I don't think it was him. That would be weird because why would they devote that
time?
The
guy that shot him in the head had really short hair. You couldn't have held him by his hair.
I thought it was slicked back like that guy's head was.
No, I
didn't
think so.
really. That guy didn't make a big impression on me. But also Blaine said, "Oh, you got the guy that shot you in the face," and that wasn't that guy. So that's why I didn't think it was that guy.
It didn't. It all struck me as really odd because of how quickly that shot was, and I was like, "There's no referencing anything or showing this or whatever." I
took it at face value that was meant to be at least whatever that henchman was. That Stacy? No, that's his dad's henchman.
Yeah.
Whoever the fuck. Yeah. Yeah, because that guy works for Stacy Boss, not him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna actually go back and rewatch this one again because I looked at that guy and was like, "This doesn't make any sense."
Yeah.
The whole scene didn't make sense to me.
I mean,
unless
it better not be him.
The only thing that I could think
of
is
thinking.
They couldn't get the same actor back, and they hired someone new who looks more like the other guy than that guy.
Okay, I was going similar direction where they've already had to make a fake head of the Beach Boy guy for some other purpose later, and they didn't have another head, and they just said, "I'll just use that head. No one's gonna look at the head." Or something.
It's a very quick shot.
That would be hilarious.
I should even just check the names.
I just took it from the dialogue that it wasn't him, but
and the one-eyed guy who doesn't talk is he's like an out of place bad character.
It's
when he comes in
a weird thing to happen.
And a real person sees him, you'd think there'd be anything like, "Why are you just standing there?" Because he doesn't write "I'm a mute" or something. He just stands there silently with an eye patch.
Why is this crazy person
He's a huge,
here?
weird-looking dude.
And he doesn't necessarily fit, or maybe he does, or that's what they're going for, like a mortuary, groundsman or some shit, whatever they're trying to play it off as. Because he's wearing a leather jacket and is packing or something that. But let's keep talking about Blaine, I guess, then.
So the FBI agent figures out that Blaine is the meat massacre man.
That's the fucking big thing at the end.
Crescendo.
She comes back to see sketches or whatever, and she's just been talking to Blaine. They do a little dancey around, he's talking. I really like Blaine. I like it. So, like, let me just do a little checky here in my database. FBI here, fucking get in here now. Fucking, I was like, oh, that's cool. That's cute. That's happening.
No,
okay.
that was funny.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not so much the actors in the show I don't like. It's like what they're told to do.
It's really sad because like all on paper it's all there, and I really want it to work. Yeah. And I keep saying like, oh, your heart is black and withered and whatever. Just enjoy this. But then I watch like worse shows after this, and I go, oh, they got him back here. They got him back in this horrible show that I like.
No. So
and Blaine's like so okay. It opens with Robbie telling Liv and Major that the cure is temporary, which we found out last episode. But
he
now
finds out that they're broken up, and
well, he's like, oh, you
awkward.
You can have hot zombie sex now, though, or whatever. And she's like, no, we can't. We broke up.
Yeah.
And that's weird because then she's like, oh, I broke up because this could never work. But if you become a zombie again, then there's really no reason why this couldn't work. Nah. So why is this like such a sad thing or something like that?
Like the show, it's like the whole thing where like it's like, oh man, they're lucky cell phones weren't invented before this came out, and then it's like, but this show doesn't have any excuses for why things should work. Like you're all reasonably intelligent people. Right. One of you was paid to actually counsel other people. The other one is a fucking doctor. Like, figure it out, idiot.
Figure out what the logistics of the situation.
It just seems so obvious. And like even if you know you're going to eventually turn back at one point, does that mean that you won't get infected now? Does that mean you're immune to the a current infection? Does that mean you wouldn't turn right into a zombie if they started swapping spit and having fun? Like, I don't know.
Because if it wears off, it has to be doing something until it wears off. Yeah. So it would keep doing that even if you got more virus. Oh my god, the thing is horrible. What the fuck does it even mean?
I don't know.
It must have been lying dormant in your cells or whatever.
No, it's all dumb.
But Blaine says that after that injection cut, he says, temporary, huh? Jeez, every time they, every time I try to get out, they pull me back in. He does all that stuff. And you're like, oh, yeah. Blaine's great. But then we don't see Blaine for like an hour or something like that.
Yeah. It just felt like an hour.
We got like a dead, so like there's like a fake case with a dead Santa, and Liv's like sending witnesses and like holding up notes or some shit to try to be like, I'm so useful. And Clive's like, no, and she's like, Mentos, and it's like fine or whatever. And you're like, wasn't he like, I'm a police officer, do not do this anymore? Shouldn't this be like a thing? And
yeah.
Like, I don't know, fuck it, whatever, it's fine.
Well, it's because that was an episode ago, so we know that at least a day passed.
Well, that was the whole thing. Like, in my head, or like in our heads, didn't we concoct a scenario where like she ends up like there because she's investigating on her own, and like he's the cop though, and then someone has to save someone or someone exposes someone.
We wrote up something good.
It's a whole
and
like
they didn't do that. Yeah.
And they were just like, have her like send notes or something. I don't know. There's a lot of digging.
Yeah, well, they have like a football field worth of space that it's buried somewhere in, so they're using their like metal detectors, which I'm not even sure if you're not 100% sure the body even has metal in it.
I don't know why a metal detector would help.
Like you're hoping for belt buckles? Like what are you hoping for?
They're little plastic vials of Utopia.
The bullets?
He said he had a fake leg. Maybe that's the thing. I hate to give this show anything.
I don't think they're made of metal though.
Right? Or like not enough, or like the right type.
I would think that like it's either made out of like an aluminum or
something not like
it's a wooden peg leg, like a pirate,
or
plastics of some sort, maybe.
Carbon fiber.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Anything, but it'll be solid steel, and they'll find them based on that. I don't know. There's a lot of the show it just really rubbed me the wrong way. And I keep wanting it to get better, and I don't know. I'm like, part of me is like, well, I hope it gets canceled after this season, but I think it's in season 3 filming already.
Is it?
I fear.
Why? How? What? Oh no!
I don't know that for a fact, and I can do a little fact.
You
check
fact check that
quick.
while I peruse my notes in here. I actually noted the entire goddamn like case, the whole flow, the Prince Albert. He's a method actor. Okay, again the high point, but not her, but and not anything. It's all Ravi's, like delivery. She's like, oh, an apple, and being all like, and she's being horrible on like purpose, but it's still horrible. It doesn't make it less horrible to me. But she's being all cringy and horrible, and then he's like, well, I guess we've just got to sit back and watch. If only I had some popcorn. Oh wait, I do, and did a whole fucking thing where he starts eating fake popcorn, and I was like, okay. Because he's dumb and fun, and it's good. Did you see season 3?
It is confirmed. It starts in January.
I can't believe it. Why? And how long will this one be? 50 episodes?
They said 86 episodes.
God damn it. How? Why? What is wrong with you people?
It'll be 1 a week for the whole year, and then like 2 a week for some of the days.
Why? Why would people like this? We have to look up like reviews or something.
It must be up against nothing.
It's on television, I guess, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I mean, like real television. Like, who watches that anymore?
Channel 11.
Fucking Channel 11. Yeah,
Where we live.
What's on before or after? What could it be?
I don't know. The Flash. I have no idea.
Oh no, is it right there? Oh fuck.
Probably.
This might be fine to just leave on and be like.
This is though. The other thing.
This.
There's no like. There's no. I don't know what day the week this is on actually. So this is a lie. I was gonna say there's no like Friday night lineup anymore. This might be like the kids' version of Step by Step and Family Matters. I don't know.
No, this is the hour-long primetime drama of like today. This is like.
Yeah, we had like Lost, and they have
or whatever the fuck. I went way back.
I know.
I went like the earliest shit, but fuck.
This is their Hercules.
This is their Hercules and Xena.
This is their Columbo.
Oh.
She's no Angela Lansbury, I'll tell you that.
Don't you fuck with Columbo.
Murder, she wrote.
Perry Mason will snatch you, bitch, bald-headed. There's not, I mean...
Is anything else even really of note in this episode?
I mean, there are things that happened, but they don't matter at all. Okay, it's okay. Fucking something happens. Major is like personal training.
Yes,
the wings guy. This is actually something that because the entire.
Where did he get that anyway?
What?
He's like a spy now. Like.
Oh God. Okay, so that's at the end. We'll get to that in like a second. But no, like their personal trainering, and then the redhead's like he's just for some reason she wants to drive a wedge in between Major and him because jealousy or something.
He's spending more time with him than her.
That's a horrible strategy.
It is.
I don't know what she thinks to gain long term.
So they want to see if he's a spy.
Yes,
so they set up this. They concoct an elaborate ruse where a doctor I've never seen before will come up to him and say, I have to go to the police or the press or something. I have this flash drive. If something happens to me, bring this blah, blah, blah. And then, like, in all fairness, though,
they have a running gag where they keep feeding. Like, that's the only reason this worked, and I appreciated it. Because you're like, who the fuck is that? Maybe I've seen him before, but they keep killing the doctors with their fucking thing. So it totally fit, and then it totally fit where they misdirect you to think that that's what Wings Guy's doing.
Yeah. So, Major... comes right up to him and like says, "Wings guy, we got a problem. This guy says he's gonna turn you in,
and we gotta stop him."
Well, let me show you the lab.
Let's go to Tacoma. Okay, go down to the basement. Yeah,
super sublevel 48, where this dude is like feeding brains to the zombies. Wings dude presses the button to release the zombies, and he's like, "Let me out! Let me out! For the love of God, let me out!" And
it's not funny. Come on.
He lets him out like just at the last second. So
far too at the last second.
Like, it's so stupid.
Are the zombies on like leashes where they can't go farther than a certain point?
No,
it didn't seem
they
like
were
they
like
were
on him almost.
I know they were like touching him.
Yeah, so like you're made to believe that like, oh, you're now going to be on the inner circle. You just gave up this spy, and then no, it was a test to see if you were a spy, and you're not. You pass. Cool. And then like this Fitbit that he gave him earlier on is like a two-way receiver or something or other. And
he was seeing like video or something. What was it?
What
was I wrong? No,
I didn't see that part.
I didn't see anything.
I just saw him like listening with his headphones.
So he's just like hearing everything that they're saying.
Yeah.
Okay, so he knows that it was a test or whatever.
It was the Wings guy talking with his daughter when he heard him, so he might have recognized that voice.
Yes, and
it's possible.
And all he has to say is something about. Does Major know that she's posing as Liv's roommate yet?
No, he's never seen her. I don't think.
Holy shit! Really? They were dating.
Yeah.
They were dating and having weird high school sex.
Yep. But she was like never there when he was there, and vice versa.
Pen is broken.
Yeah, you don't need a pen anyway.
No, I've scratched everything out. The last thing, so like it actually did like I like I like when Wings guy being like, "Was that the door? Is this the lights? I don't know. Sorry, I'm just because like that's how he would have killed someone too."
Yeah.
So I was like, "Okay, this is actually like that was fun enough that I was like, okay with that or whatever."
No, I like his character. He's
yes.
fun. But just overall, like having all these good characters is the issue almost because you're like, all right, you're squandering them. They should be on shows that matter. This is not helping their career.
I wish that I could better articulate what is so bad with this show. Because again, like you have all these ingredients, and you're you're doing stuff. Whenever we're like critical of like, why isn't there more of this? It's like, well, they did that, and like, yeah, it sucked. Like,
if you put like Joss Whedon in front of this script for like 10 minutes, I think you end up with something. I'd be like, yeah, that's it right there. You got it.
Like running things that go from episode to episode and make sense and all that stuff. Yeah.
Because things are, like, they seem drastically different. They don't make sense. Cause I think there might just be just different writer changing all the time. Where they're like, no, it's better without a boyfriend. No, it's better with a boyfriend. No, let's just do this. And I'm like, it's an episode by episode, like, dramatic swing that should have ended. Major should have left the show, like I don't know, 17 episodes ago. Like
we wanted it to at least. I don't know if it was right for the thing or something. Making him the zombie hunter guy. And then to make it so he's not really, fucking shit, fuck.
Yeah.
I don't know, yo.
Well, and then the Wings guy says how good Major's doing at his zombie hunting, but we haven't seen him really hunt in a while.
No, and like again, like, and we've touched on this before, but it's just how it all works. Is like he's hiding them in a freezer.
Yeah.
Right, and forget that he can't afford the freezer, and that like logistically it makes no sense to have a storage unit with electricity and being able to run that all the time, and for him to know that you can thaw the zombies later. Did he see Blaine do that? Does that make sense? I don't know. But, like, the whole fucking point of, like, the whole thing to get the zombies is, like, Max Rager is studying zombies. Like, wouldn't they want the zombies that he's killing? And she's watching him, like, shoot the zombies every time for some reason, and then just letting them get washed away, like, maybe to be found, maybe to, like, spread zombieism. It's a virus. You can't just throw them in, like, a river.
It's a virus in the waterway, yeah.
That makes no sense. If anything, they'd be
like... A virus
like...
too small to even be stopped by a condom or a dam.
Which means that it would not be stopped by a dental dam, which means it would not be stopped by, like, his flimsy body bags. And this is just
or
me.
the Hoover Dam.
Well, and it's like you're being like too picky, and it's like they would want to like incinerate those things. There'd have to be some like thing going on, right? I don't know.
You would think it would just be like bring them here, we will dispose of them. Because even just shooting them, you could infect yourself. Others like
it's very dangerous.
Now all this doesn't make it's a lot of holes, and if you wanted to poke holes in this, it would just be Swiss cheese. Like there's not a lot to this show, and that's what's sad.
And it's your job, show, to make me not want to do that. It's your job to make me, while you're shitting on it, be like, yeah, but still, I like this, or I like that, or that's good enough that I don't care about that, or whatever the fuck. Some of my favorite things are deeply flawed. It's not about not having flaws. It's about not having anything good enough to make me ignore the flaws and love you. Let me love you, show.
And that's the issue.
How many more episodes do we fucking have? Like 9 more episodes?
At least 9. I thought there were 22.
Oh my god! I thought 19 for some reason, but that's not a normal number.
It could be 19. I don't know. Too many. All right, guys. So that's iZombie for this week. Fuck my life.
Predictions? Have you?
I have no predictions.
Predictions? We'll be forced to watch more of this show, and we won't enjoy it.